け翼。
Hi guys, welcome back to Tsubasa. This is T.Ken. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm back to bring you guys the character analysis for the non-Japanese players from the anniversary banner featuring Diaz, Kluivoort and Espadas. Anniversary is here again, and it's also the time where there are simply too many banners for us to cover. So I hope you guys don't mind if we skip some of the characters. Alright, with that out of the way, let's dive into today's content. Ike! Juan Diaz, Unprecedented Divine Skill, is a skill type Argentinian player that plays for the Rising Sun Argentinian team. Diaz is able to cover two positions, either as an attacking midfielder or forward. I have to say that the skills on Diaz have the most elaborate animation. Diaz is given 5 hidden abilities. Let's take a look at them. Bond, 2.5% buff to all stats if you have 3 toughness type Japanese players in your team. Stats, handicap resistance, 1% reduction to the buff for the entire team. High baller, players including himself will receive a high ball from Diaz. Stamina cost down, a 10% discount to all special skills, which is nice since most likely you will be dumping as many S skills on him as possible. Full power gauge up, 15% full power gauge every time you win a matchup with Diaz. There are quite a handful of players with this type of hidden abilities or passive, and you can actually build a team that focuses on building full power to benefit players that are dependent on pedal to the metal. His team skill is Super Solidarity for skill type non-Japanese players, only needing 5 instead of the usual 8. We can expect more of this to come soon. His passive Pedal to the Metal is a massive 25% to all stats during full power. It's almost the perfect passive for Diaz if you coupled that with his hidden abilities, full power gauge up and stamina cost down. Diaz main skill, long distance runaway shot, capped at 490 momentum, requiring 455 stamina, is a no distance decay shot. This shot is one of his best shots, similar to the acrobatic banana shot, but with the different shot effect. Next we have Snowboard Dribble, a S rank dribble capped at 475 momentum, costing 245 stamina. This dribble is the exact same dribble on Rising Sun Tsubasa as Copycat Tsubasa strikes again. Diaz is rounded up with Argentinian Duo, A rank 1-2 capped at 315 momentum that costs 340 stamina, also requiring Pascal to be on the pitch. Diaz's stat spread is quite pleasing with his dribble and shot ahead of the rest above 8k, supported by above average physical stats. Defensively not so impressive though, with both his tackle and intercept around the 5k range. His stamina pool is quite decent at 1.1k, while stamina cost down grants him a 10% discount, so Diaz should be able to last the entire game supporting multiple S skills. As for his limit break, textbook limit break for Diaz, going with 25 shot speed power, 21 pass and 4 technique. This will maximize his scoring potential and at the same time supplement his passing ability. You can always go with 25 dribble instead of pass and technique, but we decided not to go that route due to the increasing number of capable defensive players with Inside Master. Spreading your stats out ensures a better chance not to get bullied by those players, especially when full power is not active. Both his dribble and shot in match parameters pushes beyond 12k mark with our suggested limit break. Long distance runaway shot is a 63k force shot. Street dribble is already hitting 60k force, while snowboard dribble hits 58.4k. Magic happens when full power is active. His long distance runaway shot is now at 78.8 K-force. Back flick drive overhead kick is at 76.4 K-force. Streak dribble and snowboard dribble is at a staggering 75.3 K and 73 K respectively. During full power, Diaz becomes a viable goal threat and his dribbling becomes invincible with only a small handful of players capable of stopping him. He is also better in shooting and dribbling than his Super Dream Fast counterpart with his passive active. We are gearing Diaz build less dependent on Pascal so that he can fit into most team types. With that in mind, we suggest replacing snowboard dribble with street dribble, Argentinian duo with S-drive pass, and finish up his build with backflip drive overhead kick and swift interception EX. Another thought is to dump S acrobatic banana shot in place of swift interception EX to improve his chances of scoring from a weird angle or against special skill shot blockers. Diaz is a fantastic player that fits seamlessly into the current toughness type Japanese team due to a few factors. It's no secret that most toughness type Japanese teams have a significant advantage when it comes to full power generation, which in return empowers players with pedal to metal such as Junior Youth Dreamfast Hyuga and Middle School Matsuyama. With all that said, Diaz is not only a full power generator, he provides a 2.5% buff via his bond and also comes with pedal to the metal as well. So I hope you guys get the picture of how well Diaz fit into this archetype. He also makes skill type Latin American team a legitimate threat as now they have a strong and versatile scorer alongside Hidden Evolution Santana. If you have 5 toughness type Japanese players with Rising Sun Aoi and 5 skill type Latin players with Rising Sun Diaz, you will have one of the top meta teams with amazing synergy. On top of that, he is better than Dream Collection Diaz in some aspects as the Rising Sun Diaz is more versatile. You can even use him in a club team, and due to his high ball hidden ability, he is a great supplier of high ball to the likes of Kluivoort, Morientes, and Dreamfast club version of Pierre. Along with the club couch, you have an easier time boosting the full power gauge as well. Let's not forget about the club Genzo, which is also a full power generator. Do share with us your opinions on which other team types Diaz can fit into. Brian Kluivoort, Spiraling Prime Play, is a Dutch toughness type player playing for the Rising Sun Netherlands team. He can be played as either an attacking midfielder or forward. Kluivoort is equipped with 4 hidden abilities, Bond 2.5% to all stats for the entire team if you play 3 Japanese agility type players. Stats handicap resistant 1% reduction to the buff across his team. Skill block cancel up to 1 special skill block used against Brian. This is extremely useful for offensive players, especially for those looking to threaten with flying shots against defensive players with special skill blocks. Inside Master is dope now, so a massive 50% stats up. Selecting the correct action ensures breaking through the defenses and winning the ball when guessing correctly. Kluivoort's team skill, Super Solidarity for toughness type non-Japanese players, works the same way, so you need at least 5 toughness non-Japanese players to get the juicy 20% stats bonus. His passive GK Killer applies a 20% stats boost against goalkeepers, which means he might have a hard time pulling off a shot when a defender is present, but with Inside Master he can always play around that limitation. His main skill, Low Altitude Spiral Jumping Volley, capped at only 455 and requiring 385 stamina, is not the best volley available in the game and will take up that precious main skill slot. He comes with 2 A skills, Spiral Jumping Volley and Spiral Turn. The header itself is not relevant, but Spiral Turn capped at 325 momentum might still work due to Inside Master. His most prominent stat is his shot at 8.4k supported by a 7k power. The rest of his stats are quite well balanced, but with Insight Master playing a huge part in this character design, his stats should be more than enough for him to come out on top of a matchup when guessing correctly. Our suggested limit break for Kluivoort is going with 25 shot, speed power, 21 pass and 4 technique. Taking his passive into consideration, building him as a goal threat with appropriate skill build. Honestly, his in-match parameters don't look spectacular with only his shot pushing past 13k mark. However, taking into account that he gets a 20% bonus against the goalkeeper, he is a viable goal threat with proven ace hitting almost 79k. But low altitude spiral jumping volley only hits 73.3k. His other options are viable as well, as long as Insight Master is activated. Instantaneous combination, a S rank 1-2 hits a formidable 68.2k. Cruyff turn, S rank dribble hits a 61.6k force. And lastly, S swift interception at 56.3k. We are leaning towards building Kluivoort as a goal threat, so we suggest replacing Spiral Jumping Volley with Proven Ace and Spiral Turn with Cruyff Turn. Round off is built with Instantaneous Combination and S Swift Interception. For those that do not have access to this, you can consider A Sonic Pass, A Swift Interception and keeping A Spiral Turn. Do take note that Proven Ace is a must for Kluivoort to score. Alright, we feel that Kluivoort is quite dependent on his Insight Master to break through defenses and occasionally winning the ball defensively. He needs to be fed Proven Ace for him to become a goal threat, and his main skills is unfortunately a rather weak one, limiting the amount of skills that he can be fed. He is somewhat similar to his skill type Hidden Evolution counterpart, we are talking about the older version. Both hit around the same stats in all relevant areas, excluding shot, when both their Insight Master are activated. So this Rising Sun Kluivoort is much stronger at shooting against a goalkeeper than the Toughness type Dreamfast version, so he is definitely an upgrade for Toughness types European teams. But to use him effectively, you have to guess right against the opponent's defense, creating the chance to score. And once he penetrates the defense, he is quite deadly against the goalkeeper. Ricardo Espadas, Glittering Eyes Look Down on the Pitch, is a Mexican agility type goalkeeper playing for the Rising Sun Mexican national team. According to K-Lab Game Station, he is not a limited player. His card background is another sign of him being not limited, as it is the regular gacha background and different from the other new characters. Espadas is only equipped with 2 hidden abilities. Bond 2.5% to all stats for the entire team if you play at least 3 Japanese skill type players. And finally, stats handicap resistance, 1% reduction to debuff for your entire team. Like all other characters released in this banner, Espadas comes with Super Solidarity team skill for agility type non-Japanese player, with the similar criteria to get the 20% stats up. His passive is B, Shot Killer, granting him a 7% stats bonus against non-flying shots. Goalkeeper that comes with this type of passive remains relevant while the meta is shifting towards mixing up your team with both Japanese and non-Japanese players. With that said, goalkeepers with archetype-specific passives such as Japanese or non-Japanese killer loses their value. His main skill, Super Reflex Catch, is capped at 495 momentum and costs 380 stamina. This is the same skill catch as his Dreamfast counterpart. His sub-skill is A Condor Punch, capped at 300 momentum, requiring 160 stamina. Espada's stats on location is amazing, with a 10.6k base catch supported by ample power and technique. He is the new #1 catcher above Genzo, Invincible SGGK in terms of base catch. His stamina pool is at 1150, which is enough for him to use Super Reflex Catch for 3 times without full power. As for his limit break, standard limit break for Espadas going with a full catcher build, 25 catch, power and technique. Espada is not capable of punching due to his atrocious punching stats, so there's no other ways to limit break him. His in-match catch parameter looked very impressive, hitting a total of 15.6k with our suggested limit break. Super Reflex catch hits 77.6k against flying shots and 83k against non-flying shots. That is really impressive. On top of his default skills, consider giving him A one-handed catch, A super catch and B super catch. For those who have a S99 miracle catch in their storage, can consider dumping that into this build, replacing A condo punch. Without any doubts, Espada is definitely one of the top tier goalkeepers now, just behind invincible SGGK Genzo, Dreamfest Selena and full body stand World Cup Mueller. The fact that this Espada base stats is so high and passive is quite low means he's not extremely weak against flying shot like Dreamfest Xeno and actually has a chance to stop flying shots. On top of that, he also completes the agility type Latin American teams that was missing a strong goalkeeper. Skill type Japanese team lack a strong goalkeeper as well, and this Espadas solved that problem. Along with Roberto and Owyron, skill type Japanese and agility type non-Japanese have an amazing synergy. Some thoughts on the anniversary banner before we end this video. In the past, or at least during the start of most anniversary, we are given step up banners, so everyone has a fair chance of getting at least 1 or 2 featured characters to build on. It seems almost impossible to compete in PvP now if you don't get any one of them due to the huge swing in team skills. With that said, we are given 2 3% 3+1 banners, and as you likely notice, you will need some sort of combination from both banners to fully utilize the new team skill and bond. Specifically, Tsubasa with Espadas, Hyuga with Kluivoort, Aoi with Diaz. I would prefer to have a stat up banner first, followed by those 3.1 banners later, so everyone can somewhat stay competitive depending on what they get. There is a high chance that all the new characters that come this month might be compiled into one banner at the end of the month, like what they did in last June I mean. So guys, don't go crazy dumping all your dream balls into these banners. Exercise some patience and wait for a better deal if you are not planning to spend too much. Alright, thanks for watching this video and remember to hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Follow us on Twitter and check out our Patreon program if you wish to contribute and keep the channel going. Special thanks to all our patrons, thank you so much. This is T.K signing out, bye bye.